about family on Truth for Today. I want to talk to you today about how to ruin a kid. And you say, that's a weird title, and any help with that? They seem to just kind of come that way. Well, let me share with you what I mean. In the Bible, in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4, it says to fathers that fathers do not provoke your children to wrath. And that could mean don't treat them in such a way that they're going to cause them to grow up and live and provoke God's wrath. Or it could just be talking about don't treat them in such a way that's going to frustrate, exasperate, anger them. And of course, any good parent is going to make their kids mad sometimes because we tell them no and we don't give them everything we want. We don't spoil them. That's not what it's talking about. It's talking about, when we actually mistreat them. And by doing that, we create problems, difficulties, struggles inside of them. And so I just want to mention some ways that I think we can provoke our children to wrath, that we can exasperate them as just kind of a reminder and maybe help us try to avoid some of these kind of things. I'm just going to read a list. One way can be overprotection. When we're inconsistent, when they don't know what to expect, or we say one thing, do another thing. When we only love them conditionally, when our acceptance is based on performance and not unconditional love, when we're real fault-finding, anger that manifests itself in name-calling, harshness, any kind of abusive behavior. When we spoil them, when we always make excuses for them, give them whatever they want, don't discipline them, it's going to create a lot of problems. When we don't spend time with them, fatherlessness is an epidemic in the United States. When we say one thing and do another, when we don't listen to them, when we don't keep our promises. And I think ultimately the biggest way we can hurt our kids is when we don't point them to Jesus Christ, because they need Him more than anything, both now and for eternity. So it's easy to ruin a kid. We're working against their sin nature as we raise them. And God has given us the job, the Bible says, of bringing them up in the training and admonition of the Lord. So let's try our best in His power to do that. And so let's try to help them instead of ruining them.